Unit 4, Recording 2. Hannah.
So, how are your New Year's resolutions going then, Hannah?
Well, quite positive. I've started working with a personal trainer.
Wow! What made you decide to do that?
I just suddenly decided. I'm always starting going to the gym and then not keeping it up, so I decided I needed to try something new. My husband was going to buy me this fancy new phone for Christmas, but then I asked him to pay for some sessions with a personal trainer instead.
But you're not overweight. I don't know why you're so worried.
Yeah, but I'm totally unfit. I mean, I can't even run for the bus, and I kind of need to tone up my muscles and stuff.
And is it good?
Well, I've only been 3 times so far, but yes, it's better than I expected, actually. The trainer, Adam, is really nice, and he looks at your overall fitness and tells you where you need to develop strength before you can build up your fitness more. So, for example, I stand on my feet in a bit of a funny way, and so I have to do special ankle strengthening exercises to improve the way I stand. And that will help me to be able to move better and get fitter.
Sounds cool getting that kind of personalised advice, but the trainer must be super fit himself. Don't you feel a bit inferior? You know, not being very fit yourself.
Not really. He's very, very encouraging, and the targets he sets are quite manageable, so you don't get demotivated. And it's fun, actually. The gym normally bores me to death, but the time passes really quickly because the exercises are really varied. And you have to do them quickly, one after another, moving really quickly from one machine to the other. And you're chatting a lot of the time, so yeah, it's really good.
Oh, well, good for you. Let me know how it goes.
Ted.
You're looking trim, Ted.
Thank you very much. I've lost 8 kilos, actually.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, well, I've been steadily putting on weight ever since I started this job and got stuck in an office all day. I used to play football quite a lot, and then I just stopped doing any kind of exercise.
Well, you've certainly lost it now. What's your secret? I feel quite envious.
I got this app on my phone called Fitness Friend, and I've been using it for about a year. It's really cool, actually. You put in your weight and age and how active your lifestyle is, and then it calculates your metabolic rate and works out how many calories you need to eat to lose, gain, or maintain your weight, whatever your aims are.
Uh-huh.
Then you put into it what you've eaten and all the activities you've done, and it works out for you whether you've eaten the right amount to achieve your aim.
Sounds a bit complicated to me.
No, it's not, really. You soon get into it. That's what I really like about it, actually. It's really scientific, based on calculations. You know how that sort of thing appeals to me. And you can set it to do things like remind you to go to the gym.
Really?
Yeah, or it can work out how far you've run or walked or whatever, and how fast you went compared to your last run. So you're kind of competing with yourself. Yeah, I really like all the calculations it can do. Let me show you this. I think this is the best thing about the app. It's really cool. Give me that packet of biscuits.
Yeah.
Look, you can scan the barcode of whatever you are eating. And it tells you all the nutritional information, like how much sugar and fat and how many carbohydrates and so on. So you just enter how many biscuits you ate or how many grams, etc., and it works out how many calories you had.
Amazing. Don't you ever feel tempted to cheat?
Well, yeah, that's the only problem. It's easy to cheat, but I guess you're only cheating yourself at the end of the day.
I guess so. Well, I have to say I'm very impressed, but I'm not sure it would work for me. Perhaps I'm just not that scientific.
Oh, well.
Nicola.
You ran a marathon a few years ago, didn't you, Nicola? That must have been amazing.
Yeah, I did it with my friend Julie. We were raising money for cancer research. My dad had died of cancer the year before, and her sister had also had it, so that was kind of what got us started.
Oh, sorry to hear that. But you used to run before that, didn't you? I mean, you didn't start running from scratch.
No, we'd both done a bit of running, but not that seriously. And we just got talking about it one day when we were dropping our kids off at nursery. We'd both been thinking separately about having a go at the marathon, and the more we talked about it, the more enthusiastic we got.
So how did you go about training? I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start.
We found a training program in a running magazine, and basically we just followed it rigorously, religiously, for about 6 months. You had to run 5 times a week, and it started short, about 20 kilometres a week, and gradually you built up to about 75 to 100 kilometres a week.
That must have been incredibly gruelling.
It was horrible, completely horrible. Some days I really didn't want to get out of bed and do it, but we just stuck to it, come rain or shine. I even ran 20 kilometres once with a bad stomach bug. I can still remember it now. Oh.
And did doing it with someone else make a big difference?
Oh, yeah, it made all the difference in the world. On the days when you really didn't want to get up and do it, you just felt you had to be there for the other person. There's nothing worse than letting the other person down. And of course, it was someone to talk to. Long runs can be pretty boring. We just chatted for hours and hours. We got to know each other really well. But yeah, more than anything, I suppose, it was just that you feel obliged to keep the other person motivated, and that keeps you motivated too.
That and the thought of all the money you were raising.
Yeah. The charity we signed up with was really helpful too. They had support meetings and they had a physiotherapist you could consult and all that sort of thing.
So I guess you felt you couldn't let them down either.
Exactly. And once we had done it, it was amazing. We were even in the newspaper. When I look back on it, it really feels like one of the achievements of my lifetime.
Yeah, you must feel so proud. And you must have got so fit.
Yeah, I was incredibly fit. To be honest, I've never quite managed to keep up that level of fitness since, but I'm still definitely miles fitter than I was before, and I still run 4 or 5 times a week, and still with Julie.
Wow, good for you. I don't think I could ever do that, but I'm full of admiration for you and Julie.